Hey everyone's Austin Moore. I'm back with another NBA video. Today we'll be ranking rookies. If they're here, it's because they're in the first round or they're kind of like bigger named players. No one that hasn't really played like at all or second round will be in this. Like I said, they are bigger name players, kind of like Gigi Jackson. Um, but if I think they can contribute to an NBA team, but they haven't really had their time to shine yet. They will be in the no real chances tier. Um, so someone that could be in that category would be like Jarris Walker. Jarris Walker would be a good way to start that tier. So I think we should get right into this, starting with Anthony Black. Sometimes I will be looking at my phone because I do watch a ton of basketball, but I do not know every stat off the top of my head. Which that doesn't mean that I will only pick because the stats. Definitely doesn't work for rookies. Anthony Black, he's gotten decent time, but there's so much depth at the point guard position or the just guard position in the NBA. And for the Magic, it's kind of hard for him to get all the playing time in the world. Some games he'll get like 21. Next game he'll get 11. Just stuff like that happens. But he honestly has been playing um, pretty well during that time. Uh, his offense fluctuates, just kind of like his playing time. His defense is pretty consistent. He is a good defender, especially for a rookie guard. Um, I think B is just outright for him. I do think he could get more time. He averages 19 minutes in 41 games, but like I said, his playing time is very inconsistent. So I give him B. Next up is Kobe Buffkin. Um, you would think he'd get a little bit more of a shot, but he hasn't got anything. He's also no real chance guy. He's only played 2 games. I think he could contribute pretty well. Not saying I really want to see how well he could be as a backup, like a full time backup in the NBA. Gonna have to go in the G League and stuff. Get his NBA career going with that. Right now he's not getting much time. Maybe if the Hawks blow it up during for the trade deadline and this off season, um, he could end up getting a bigger role. But hopefully he will. Um, I did really like him out of Michigan. Next up is Bilal Coulibaly. He could get an A or a B. His defense is very, very good. He's really long. Um, he is pretty good defensive position. His three has been way higher than I expected. Almost 40% is super good. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. I think his playmaking is going to get better and better. He's a taller, could play guard type of guy. His role is a little strange because this Wizard team a little strange. I'd like to see how much playing time, and how his role changes depending on what happens in the trade deadline as well. See if Kuzma gets going. I definitely would put him above Anthony Black so far. He also has got more of opportunities. He averages like 7 more minutes. And it is way more consistent than Anthony Black's. Uh, he plays in the 20s, a decent amount. Next up's Grady Dick. Um, he might also end up being a no real chance guy. He has played 23 games, 12 and a half minutes. It's but it's just 29 from three. For a guy that's supposed to be a shooter, yeah, he doesn't get, the most minutes in the world. Um, Past 4 games he's played at least 11 minutes. You got 0 and 2 of the game, 6 and 11. Uh, and his defense isn't too well. He can't really keep up with them. It's just I have to put him in no real chance because I feel like once you play him a little bit more, I think he could be a pretty good role player. Um, it's really hard to tell of what type of player he can be right now. I'm more happy with the role he has now than before, since all the trade happened. With Siakam being gone, he may mix it up a little bit more, but we'll see about that. But I think he will get more playing time, but I'm gonna have to give him a no real chance because I don't see it right now. Next up is Deontay George. I could put him in A. It's very possible. Um, if you'll know, I am a Thunder fan. He uh destroyed the Thunder in that first game. But he is leading, rookies in assists, 4.3 assists per game, 11 points, 33 from three is all right. Figured, he'd be inconsistent. He was inconsistent Baylor. He's just, he's a streaky scorer. His playmaking is a little bit better than some expected. Uh, I'm gonna put him in A because I do really think he will be a good point guard for a decent amount of time in this league. Same with Anthony Black, really, but uh, Keontae's shown a little bit more of what he can do, even though he is inconsistent. It is between A and B, and I could end up switching that. Jordan Hawkins, one of my favorite players in this draft. I mean, it was the same thing with Keontae. I love Keontae in this draft. Same with Jarace Walker. Yeah, I was kind of high on Grady a little bit, not too much, and then Kobe a little bit, uh, but yeah, I love Jordan Hawkins. One of my favorite players. I wanted the Thunder to get him. Uh, he's a great 3-point shooter, good scorer in general. His defense is, I think, a little bit better than people think, but it also statistically wise, it's not that great. But just by the eye test, it's really not the worst thing. 39 from three, 11 points a game. I think if he got more playing time, more consistent playing time, got the ball a little bit more in his hands, he could. He's my favorite out of all these guys. I want them to give him the shot. He started off really hot. His first games in the NBA. Imagine what he could do now if they really gave him the chances. Uh, but yeah, I really enjoy watching him. Uh, Even though we're not putting him in order, this is just like tiers. He's right there. Scoot gets a B. He gets way more opportunity than any of these other uh, rookies so far. Um, just he's even more inconsistent than Keontae. I'd take Keontae. Um, I'm gonna say Keontae over him. I mean, from what the chances that they both get and teams they're on, I think Keontae's play a little bit better. But that makes me also having Scoot down here makes me also want to put him in B because he hasn't been that much better. Also Scoot does average more uh assists per game right now. Um, Shoot, that's tough. I'm gonna leave him in B. Yeah. That's really hard. Tell me if you guys don't agree with that. I mean, I want to hear what all y'all have to say. We just got to be respectful. We're all trying to get better here. I just also want to know how you guys know and what do you guys think about basketball? Because I love to talk basketball. Why do this? Um, Taylor Hendricks, same thing. I don't think he's got any. I really, really, really liked him coming into the NBA out of UCF. He's a bigger guy that can shoot, block shots. I just don't really understand. I know, like, I was kind of mad when the Jazz acquired John Collins because he was going to take away playing time from Hendricks, and I didn't really understand it because uh, I don't think they have enough talent to really win now. So at all, I mean, they're gonna max, be a 7th seed this year. Let's see what they really want to do with that. Um, yeah, I know he has played 13 games too, but it's just like 13 minutes, and when he's getting more playing time, I feel like he is playing better. He hasn't played, more than 15 minutes, but like 4 times. I think he showed some somewhat of what I was hoping for, but I think it'll also just take him a little bit more time. But I'll give him no real chance. Chet's been, top 2 rookie. It's debatable. Everyone always debates rookies for Chet and Wemby. It's all it's up to you what you decide. Personally, kind of hard right now because Wemby has been going off. But I'm a Thunder fan. I watch Chet every second he's on that floor. I watch Wemby a lot too. Probably like 95% of the time he's on the floor. But so it's really difficult for me to say right now. I'm always debating in my head about it. So we'll see. Um, Jalen Hood-Schifino. I don't think he's really gotten much of a chance. It's hard to because he is on a win now. Lakers team. He only gets 7 minutes a game. What he's shown though is not good. That's why he is in the no real chance. Um, I mean, if he wasn't no real chance, he probably would be in D. Been the worst out of all these rookies. A lot of people say he is like watching him. He's the one of the worst NBA players right now. But I think he should get a fair chance. I liked him all right out of Indiana. Next up is Jet Howard. No real chance either. There's a decent amount of these right now. I didn't think I was gonna have this much. 11 games, 3 minutes. He's definitely in there. My friend really liked him out of Michigan. Uh, he's a really good shooter. We'll see. He's only averaging like 29, but in the G League, I know he is lighting it up. He didn't start off too hot, but now he's he's as cold as they come. Um, Trace Jackson Davis. Hmm. The I said in the pre-draft that if the Warriors got him, it was going to be a little scary because I do think he fits that team perfectly. Um, do I think he would fit on a lot of teams as good as the Warriors? I think the Warriors are literally the perfect team for him. So when they drafted him, I got a little scared. Not saying I think he's going to be all star, but I do really enjoy his game. It fits perfect with the team. Um, I think he's a B. He's efficient. Can get some boards, score. Pick and roll. Uh, he's a pretty good center slash power forward rookie. I give him a B. Next up is John J. Jackson. He actually for the Bucks, he affects the game really well. He is definitely a plus guy to have on the team. He's a hard worker. His stats aren't really that pretty, but he is a winning player. You know, 3 points, 2 rebounds. I think he's got more of a shot than other rookies. He's had 37 games. He's played. He plays a decent amount. It's just like he plays in most games. It's just he doesn't have the most minutes because he is a younger guy on the Bucks. You know, a contending team. But they play him because he is a one now player. He could probably be an A, maybe. Just how much he affects the game, but I give him a B. GG Jackson might be same thing for no real chance. When he got minutes against New York, his big first minutes, 27 minutes, he had 20, and then he played the Warriors, he had 23. He was the youngest guy, I'm pretty sure, coming into the draft. He I think you just got to give him time, give him some chances. I think he'll show out. He has a ton of potential, so I give him no real chance. I can't grade him right now, except Jaime Hawkes. I gotta look at the stats for that. He's been on a tear. He's underrated dunker. He's a good shooter. Mid range is very well. He gets boards, he hustles. He's just a good scorer inside, mid range, and three ball. Um, I liked him decent amount at UCLA. He's proven me not the most right. Um, I thought he'd make a decent impact, but he's made a little bit more of an impact than I thought. I did not expect him averaging 14, more of probably like 10, 9 or 10. 4 rebounds pretty well. He's pretty decent playmaker too. He's 2.7. Clowney. Has Clowney even gotten enough playing time? Now, does necessarily do I think he would? Yeah, he's played 2 games. During one of the games, he did have 14 and 24 minutes, but the other game he played 2 minutes. I'm not really sure what type of player he is. I mean, I did watch him in college, but when he was with Brandon Miller. But I really don't know what type of player he is in the NBA. We'll have to give him more time. Derek Lively, he could be a S tier just because how much he does for the Dallas Mavericks. Um, when he's off, it affects him a lot. Dwight Powell's just not the center for them. Derek Lively has done a great job. Not too many people that I know were high on him, uh, but he does what he needs to do. He does his job very well. Pick and roll, alley oop. He blocks shots. He's a good interior defender. Scares players away from attacking. So I give him an A. Next up's Micic. Micic could maybe have been Micic. He could have been in the no real chance, even though he's played 22 games. He gets 12 minutes. He wasn't playing too often. He played one day and then he wouldn't play for another week. Now he's getting playing almost every game. Just the Thunder have a lot of guys to get put on the floor, and you only got 5 guys gonna be on the floor at a time, so hard to give everyone minutes. But he's got a lot. He's got way more acclimated to the way the NBA works. He wouldn't. He wasn't used to how athletic everyone was. He didn't know how to guard too well. He didn't know how on offense how to get around them. He plays a lot different than he did overseas, and you have to. He is filling that role a lot better. He finds open guys. He is a good passer. I give him a C. I think for 30 he could be doing a little bit more. But it took him a little time, so I'm not gonna grade him too much over what he did at the beginning of the season. Since we're on talking about Thunder, I'm already just gonna have Casey Wallace. He's having a season. Very underrated. I haven't really seen him on anyone's top 10 ladder. He's one of the most efficient players, especially rookies. He's one of the most efficient players or guards in the NBA. Averages 51% from the field, 41 and a half from three. He's a pretty decent playmaker. Play makes much as you can for how many playmakers OKC has. He's hustles for rebounds. One of the best jump shot blocking guards I've ever seen. Um, he does that. It feels like at least once a game. He blocked LeBron the other night on a jump shot. He also, he's a better 3 point shooter than people thought coming in because that just wasn't his role at Kentucky. But it's, he's made a Thunder fan right here very very pleased. Next up is Brandon Miller. Yeah, you got to give him some flowers for what he's been doing. Brandon Miller, uh, I thought he was gonna be inconsistent coming in the NBA. His three ball isn't horrible though. 38 and then 43 and a half. It's going up. He's had the past three games have been the best of his career, 24, 23, and 27. Um, Very consistent. Three ball and one. He shot 2 for 10, but the other ones was like 4 for 7 and 3 for 4. He's having a good season for a Hornets team that you know none of them know if they're gonna get traded or not. Just haven't won much basketball. Um, team's kind of crazy, um, but he has done pretty well. 15 points. He is S. Nick Smith. I really liked him coming out of Arkansas. His three ball has honestly flourished a little bit more than people are noticing. 45 and a half from three. Last night he shot 2 for 3 against Minnesota. Big time buckets and late when they needed it to come back and win it. Uh, that was a fun game to watch. Can't believe the Timberwolves lost that. But Nick Smith, um, yeah, he's played 26 minutes. He's actually gotten a little bit more time than I thought he was going to. Just shows a show. I know it is a bad team, but how much better he is than some people hope for. Even though he was a big name coming, into college, coming out of high school, college, NBA, um, people were starting to lose a little hope on him. I really had a lot of hope for him coming in the NBA. I will give him a B. Next up's Leonard Miller. Same thing with a lot of these players. I don't think he really has gotten a chance. You know, good team. He plays for the Timberwolves. Uh, as position doesn't. It's kind of hard for him to get time. They got Jaden McDaniels, Nas Reed, um, Kyle Anderson. It's just kind of hard to put him there. They got Cat power forward now too. Um, he has played more power forward because his shooting isn't the best. His shot has gone better. When he played for G League Ignite, it wasn't the prettiest thing, but he's fixed it somewhat. But I will give him no real chance. I think his defense also is not horrible, and then that's what he's kind of best at, and then rebounding. Um, Chris Murray. I really have a tough time with Chris Murray. 26 games, 12 minutes. It's he's hard for me to rate. Like I might have to give him a. I really don't. I don't know how much potential he has. He's also 20, 23 almost. Yeah, he's 23 and a half. Kind of Micic too. It's hard for me as a Thunder fan to also put Micic there. I could have him at D maybe, but it's just like might have to take off this D tier altogether. That's kind of doesn't make too much sense. Hmm, might end up taking that out. Next up's Reed. Oh my gosh. Ben Shepherd. I don't know why I was about to say Reed Shepherd. That the 2024 mock draft will be coming up soon. By the way, Ben Shepherd, um, no real playing time. Uh, I didn't know what type of player he was gonna be coming to the NBA. Smaller school. He played pretty decent NCAA tournament. I did not expect him to pick him so high, and a lot of people didn't. But he is a pretty decent offensive player. He also hustles too, so I'll give him no real chance. Next up's Olivier Maxence Prosper. Uh, I honestly thought he'd be a little bit better starting off. He is 21. Um, he's had one good game. I'd say maybe two. One pretty dang good game. I just don't also think he's had too much of a shot. I know 23 games is a decent amount. Um, I might have to end up. I might end up grading him because he's played 20 plus games. I'll grade him, but I do think if you give him more time, sorry, Mavs fans, just bear with me here. I really do think I really liked him out of Marquette. Just give him a little bit more time. I think he'll be a B. I don't know about A. He really has to get to it on defense, and his three is gonna have to get better because it's not looking too great. Um, Next up's Craig Porter. He doesn't have as big as a role as it started. He did miss some time, but he's a B. He's been a B point guard. Yeah, he did not get drafted. He's the best undrafted rookie this season. Uh, when the guard's been out, when Garland's been out, he's stepped up as well as a undrafted rookie can. But yeah, he's been a B. He's been better than Chris Murray, Micic, and Prosper. Brandon Podziemski. He also, I knew when he got drafted, he was filling DiVincenzo role, energy guy. He's a good rebounder for his height. He averages 5.5 rebounds, 9 points, 46 from field, 39 from three. Fitting that role just perfectly. He literally was a swap. He's the same player, a little bit better rebounder. Um, he's still 20, just turned 20 like 4 months ago. I do think he has potential. Uh, he his three ball could get even better. He's on the Warriors. A is great for him. Kamara, I don't understand necessarily how the dude is in the top 10 talked about. Um, I've watched him. I watched the Trailblazers decent amount. I said that at the beginning of the season. I was gonna watch them. They have Shaden Sharp, Scoot. They're gonna be watched a decent amount by me. I'm just not as big on him as others are. I do give him a B. 7 points, 5 rebounds. He averages 20, almost 25 minutes a game. He gets way more opportunity, but he hasn't shown me like a lot. I know he was a raw player, coming out of Dayton, but But I don't get me wrong. I don't think he's horrible or anything. I just don't think he has crazy potential, or has been playing crazy. I think he's playing as good as any of these guys right here. That's also why I could end up moving Scoot and maybe Keontae to A, but we'll see. Marcus Sasser. Sasser hasn't been playing. He started out super hot, but last game, he had 23. Uh, 15 I mean, 15 minutes. 15 minutes. 7 points, 47 from the field, 39 from three. He's been consistent. He's also a B. Um, no, kind of there with Craig Porter. Same kind of looking stats. He's on a bad Pistons team. They are kind of heavy on the guards, so he doesn't get as much minutes as maybe he could. But again, they're not a great team, so they're not like they have a decent amount of depth on their team. Doesn't mean the talent's great. It's just around his, um, which I think he has a decent amount of potential. I did like him a lot out of Houston. He is a little smaller as well. Um, Next up, Julian Strawther. He could get more playing time for Denver. I could see it happening. He could have somewhat of a role in the playoffs, maybe. He's hurt a little bit, been banged up a tad bit, but it definitely he definitely has a chance to have a role. Could I grade him? Probably. I will grade him. Um, hmm. Is it fair to give him a C? Because I know, he can't shoot a ton because there's a decent amount of points to go around on the Nuggets. It's just I'm gonna give him a B. He's a lower B though. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a lower B. Um, Next up is Amin. Amin's starting to get his minutes now is one problem. So when he's getting his time, he's more of a he's a B. I also am in the spot of he hasn't really got his time, but he has played 23 games, 16 minutes. His three's not there, of course. 4 rebounds. He's a good rebounder for his position. He's athletic, good defender. He's a B. I thought he'd be playing a little bit better. His roles may be around where I thought it would be because they got Van Vliet on the team now. Um, B is right around where I'd say. Asar, he started off super hot. I'm minded. I'll still give him an A. Um, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. I'll still give him an A, but the way he's played of late, besides a couple of games, it's honestly kind of hard to even put him there. He wasn't asked to start the season. He was a top five rookie. I wouldn't put him there right now. Definitely would not put him there right now. But I think A is still good. Could be in B though. That's why the way he's playing as of late. Zinkov, the MVP of his league last year. I had a little higher hopes for him than I did for Micic, just because he's a little younger, like 2 or 3 years younger. He was MVP last year of that league. He has a good shot. He's a lefty, 37.5 from three. He's starting to find his footing a little bit. He don't play a whole lot, but I do enjoy watching him. Uh, I was hoping he'd be a little bit more like a Meritage, uh, but I do enjoy him. B. I give him a B. Right? Yeah. Right. Yeah. 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 Next up's Wemby. He's a D. Of course, he's I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not even put them next to each other. I don't want y'all to get the idea that I'm saying Chet's better than Wemby. Like I said, it's kind of hard to argue right now with either one. We'll just see what happens at the end of the season because I'm not arguing right now with it. Cam's finally starting to get time. Thank goodness. I was freaking out. That dude. I know he has tunnel vision and stuff. I know he argues with his teammates. He talks a lot. He talks a lot. I understand that. But the way he's been playing, like 19 games. I know, like he hadn't even played 20. But then I have most of the guys that played 20 even on here besides No Real Chance. But he's getting more chances enough recently where I can say he's a B. He's probably gonna be an A. Um, I just can't put him there now. I'm gonna move him up here. Just don't. He might be a A. He's a B or A. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Reith, from Australia. He was just the starter for Australia. Um, been playing honestly better than I thought he was. He's not horrible. He's been playing a little bit better as late. You know, he's double digit scoring, more than 5 rebounds. He's a little undersized as a big, 6'9". Sometimes he looks a little smaller than that. Uh, but he has really caught my eye. I will give him a B. I'm also going to move Strahler down here, but he's also right there. Yes. Kobe Brown. I wasn't too big on Kobe. Coming in the NBA. Still not too much. He's played 25 games, so I have to rate him. If he's played more than 20 games, he's going to be on this list. I give him a C. He hasn't shown me enough. Um, just offense. He doesn't have much of an offensive game. Yeah, he's not playing too much lately, but that's also because the Clippers have been on a tear. I'll give him a C. Bryce Sensabaugh. Also, like I said, also I know but that he has not got like the most playing time minutes wise, but he has played a decent amount of games. Sensabaugh, he's also going to be in the No Real Chance. It's not fair to rate him. He just played in 4 games, 3 minutes. Not too sure if he's played much for their G League even, but I also kind of did like him coming out of college, so I would like to see him play, but we'll see if that happens. I think that's gonna do it though. I appreciate everyone for watching. I'm gonna have more and more videos coming. I'm gonna try to stay even more consistent. If I don't post one day, I'm most likely gonna post the next. I'm starting to stream Fortnite videos, Fortnite gameplay, or video games on this channel. So if you want to watch that, you can tune in also. But thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I hope y'all have a good day, week, month, and the rest of your year. See you later.